I recently moved my Bose Pro 8 into my bedroom here. It's a large space, and this one little speaker really fills it easily with great tone. So you have to realize the Bose Pro 8 is a PA speaker, Bluetooth speaker. It is not a hi-fi speaker per se. But then again, it doesn't have all the downside that a hi-fi speaker has, which is fixed wiring, a receiver, speakers that you cannot move. So with this system, I could play this in my bedroom right now, and then in the afternoon, I have a little party in the backyard. I just pick it up and go. Then I bring it to the park tomorrow. So it's just so much more versatile. But I just want to say offhand that it is not a hi-fi speaker, especially when you play low. If you play low, you're going to lose a lot of fidelity compared to even a inexpensive monitor speaker, even much less money. Thinking maybe a JBL 305 would have much better fidelity than this speaker at low volumes. But once you get high volumes, the Bose Pro S1 Pro really pulls ahead. So what's under it? That is the famous Velodyne. Now, some of you have never heard of Velodyne. It's a subwoofer company that was very popular in the 1970s and 80s. And then unfortunately, they got sold to a Chinese company, and they got cheap, and then they lost their quality. But Velodyne used to be all American made, and it was not an inexpensive subwoofer. So this subwoofer is in my bedroom, and I have it hooked up to my tower speakers for a home theater experience in the bedroom here. So I've never tried this before. I've never tried pairing it with the S1 Pro, mainly because it's not a portable speaker. That subwoofer is a 12-inch, 50-pound beast, and it's a beautiful piano gloss. It's called the Velodyne Optima 12. You can look it up on the internet. Like I said, they stopped producing it a while ago, many years ago. I found a review from 2009. I'm not sure, maybe it was produced before that, but that's 14 years ago. I don't use it much. In the article I read, it said it needs 500 hours break-in time to really sound proper. I'm probably shy of 100 hours. They compared it to the the famous JL F112. That's a $3,000 speaker right now. It's a top subwoofer, the JL line. This was a $1,500 speaker. I'm not even sure what I paid. I know it retailed for $1,800, and I think I got it for $1,500. So it was not inexpensive back when I got it, and you know everything has doubled in price. So a speaker of this quality today might be pushing $3,000 like the JL F112. One of the things that makes this speaker very unique is it does have a little remote control. And I think there's only one company today that even considers doing that. And that's the SVS 4000. They have a little remote control. But I guess companies figure everybody uses their cell phone. There's no reason for remote controls anymore. But I do like the fact that I'm listening to music on my cell phone, and then I can have this little remote that I can mute the sub, which is really nice. I'm going to demonstrate that for you in a little while. I can mute the sub, and I don't have to, go back to my phone or change screens, go from one app to another. So I really like it. So what else can I tell you about this sub? It does go below 20 hertz. So that's not a PA sub. That's a home fidelity sub. PA subs roll off at 40 hertz, and it has that kick in the chest that everybody likes at a live event. But this goes really down low for movies, and of course for some music content. Not a lot of music content goes down low, but the music content that does go down to 30 hertz or so is very clean compared to a PA sub. I mentioned the beautiful piano gloss finish. That could be a plus or a minus. Everybody knows it's a fingerprint magnet. I actually put a little car wax on mine, and it just keeps it beautiful. This subwoofer is sealed and has a 1200 watt amp. So it's really a beast. Really a nice subwoofer. I should use it more. So here's the little remote I'm talking about. Of course, it controls volume, but you can also, it has a number of modes: movies, rock, jazz, games, control phase. But what I really think is great that I know the SVS app doesn't have, and that is the mute function, where I can just press it and then the sub cuts off, and then I press it again, a second press, and then I can hear if the sub is too loud or too soft. It's a great way to A/B it. It's the way I dial it in, actually. So I'm going to be demonstrating that in a minute. So when you see 0, 0, like it is now, it's on mute. Then I press it, and then there's my gain at 60. And then I can control the gain. I don't want to make it too loud, but 60 blends pretty well with the little S1 Pro on top there. Okay, so I think we're ready for our sound demo. So make sure you're trying to listen. I know it's very hard on YouTube. Bass does not come out very well, especially with the microphone I'm using. I'm just using my cell phone mic. Sorry about that, but it's a huge difference. So when you see 0, 0, the sub is muted, and then when you see 60, it's full blown. The song I'm going to be playing is something I created on GarageBand because I got hit by YouTube by playing tracks that I got from CDs or downloaded from the web. And I don't know how YouTube does it. I guess it's AI. I played really obscure tracks that I thought nobody would know of, and they hit me with it. So I'm back to using the tracks that I started with a year ago when I started my channel. So if you heard those tracks a while ago, they're back again. And for the people who never heard them, I did create it myself, so there should be no trouble with copyrights. $99. That's about as loud as the S1 Pros get. I find adding a subwoofer doesn't really add volume. Okay, I'm going to play it one more time. So that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I mentioned, this was the actual first time I've ever paired these two up. And I've owned them both for a number of years. But the rationale behind this video is people who have a little Bose S1 Pro. It's not just a little barbecue backyard Bluetooth speaker. It could be a lot more. If you have a subwoofer at home that you use for home theater, it's a very easy connection. The home subwoofer is RCA. You just get a 1/4" to RCA adapter with a 1/4" cable, and that's it. That's all you need. The Bose S1 Pro has an output, goes right into the sub. So the S1 Pro, no, it doesn't go. It's not going to fill a 300-person venue. It goes up to about 100 dB for small gigs, but for something like this in a bedroom, it really fills a large bedroom like this. And when you pair it with a subwoofer, it just transforms it. Because in my opinion, that's why I made a number of videos about it, I think the S1 Pro has a really nice, clean high end. It's just, and it has smooth mids too. It's just lacking that bass. So when you pair it with a subwoofer, in this case, a home subwoofer or a PA subwoofer, like I've done in the past, I own the Bose Sub 2 and the Sub 1. It really is a night and day difference. Okay, this is Bill. Until the next time.